Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel with yours truly. And the two vehicles that I am showcasing for you guys today is the Tiger E and the Panther A. And which one should you guys grind for? And the stats and my reasoning behind our conclusions. Well, the Tiger E comes from the Tiger H1, and the Tiger E is just a slightly upgraded Tiger H1 that it gets better traversing a slightly better and slightly different engine, and that it gets a cupola mounted machine gun, and that it gets a Panzer 40, which is the APC round, and that the cupola is slightly a smaller target. That's pretty much it. The Tiger, sorry, not Tiger, the Panther A is the pinnacle of the 5.7 Panther line. It has 80 millimeters a whole front, and it is pretty sloped, as you guys can see. It has 40 millimeters on the side and 40 in the back, 100 millimeters on the front of the turret, 45 and 45. The Tiger has 82 for the side of the turret, 82 for the side of the hull, and 82 on the back, while the front has 102 from the front hull and 100 for the gun mantle or gun shield. The Tiger E boasts the legendary good 88mm KWK-36 cannon, while the Panther A also has a really good gun, high velocity 75mm KWK-42 cannon. Both really good at one-shotting and just disabling tanks in one shot. The Tiger E does get a smoke screen launcher, as so does the Panther A. Turret traverse on the Tiger E is 13 degrees a second, while on the Panther A it is 22.3 degrees a second. Vertical guidance is -8 degrees plus 20, while the Tiger E is -8 and plus 16. Reload rate on the Tiger E is 8.1 seconds. On the Panther A, we got it down to 7.9 seconds. Just to put it into comparisons, if we go crew, tank loader, base out of the box is 8.11 seconds. Panther A is about 7.91. So we already got it down to like 7.9. While this, we managed to bring it down just a bit. Crew, still the 5-man setup, and the Panther is slightly lighter. Max speed is 45 kilometers an hour for the Tiger, while it's 55 for the Panther. So you might be saying, okay, while we look through the hard stats, what do you think I will pick between the Tiger E and the Panther? Well, with the Tiger, it is getting slowly power creeped by all these other vehicles at 4.7, and the lineup that you can have with the Tiger and the Panther is legendary. You can have all these different Panther, not those ones. You can have the Panther D, you can have the Panther A. You got the two Tigers sitting here. You can get paired up with the Wolfentrager. You can get paired up with the VFW. And there's so many different 5.7s that you can choose from. It is just astounding. But when you have to go up against 76 Shermans, Firefly Shermans, and stuff like that that can easily go through you and neglect the armor advantage that this beast has, it really puts you into perspective, especially when you guys are just coming up from the Panzer line, like the Panzer 3 or the Panzer 4 line, and you guys get slapped in the face when you guys first get these Tigers, and you'll be going, yeah, I got the 88, I can do some damage, and then you get thrown into a match and you get completely tossed around like ragdoll. That, and you're also a very big boxing target. Angling this tank is actually what you have to do. You have to angle your tank, not so much, but just a bit, that your lower plate and your upper plate actually start getting like valuable thickness of its effectiveness, but still trying to hide, like, you know, your weak lower side armor and stuff like that. So coming around buildings and just having it like right here, if they track you, they track you. But you really have to watch out for this spot right here, especially if you come around corners. Um, yeah, that's what I can really say about the Tiger. It is very, very difficult to play because, again, you're just a big giant box. You can be seen halfway across the map. People can hear you every time you try to move because the Tiger's engine is so loud. The Panther still shows the downside that the Tiger has, where it's a big target, but not as big. The side profile is, I think, is about the same or slightly taller. The turret is taller than what a Tiger is, so you guys can say that the Tiger kind of sort of wins in its profile, I guess you can say, and the Panther A loses. But where the Panther A actually outperforms the Tiger is its armor. And you might be saying, well, the Panther is a medium and a Tiger is a heavy. How does a medium outclass a heavy with its armor? And all it has to do with armor sloping. Just look at, here, let's just take off these bushes so you guys can actually see what I mean. So now we got all the bushes off. You guys can see the sloping that is the front plate. When they were first developing the Panthers in real life, they were trying to model them after, like, you know, the T-34s that the Germans were facing in Operation Barbarossa. And for the back, they were just trying to mirror the sloping for the back. So if we just look at the armor profile here, it is sloped at a 55 degrees. Pretty decent. Let's look at the Tiger. It is sloped at a 10. So at a thickness of 102, you have at best, at a flat level ground, 103 millimeters of effective armor thickness. If we look at the Panther, yeah, you have an effective thickness of 136. Your lower plate is not that great because it's only 60, but it's still 125. That's still a lot better than, 103. So with the effective thickness, the Panther A wins. The gun, yet it is a smaller caliber. It's 75. It is high velocity, and it does also indeed get the Panzergranate 40 and 42 round. If we look at the Tiger, it has 164 millimeters of pen with 220 for its APCO round at Panzergranate 40. If we look at the Panther A, 191. Okay, Panzergranate 39, 164. Okay, Panzergranate 40, we got 226 compared to the Tiger E's 220. So even though the Panther A has a smaller caliber gun, it packs more of a penetration punch, therefore it has a lot more shrapnel when it hits the tank. That, and also coupled with its sloped armor, it wins in firepower and it wins in armor ability as well. Well, you might be thinking, well, what about mobility? This is where it's really a toss-up between the Panther A and the Tiger E. Well, the Tiger E suffers from a identity crisis of it wants to be a heavy, but it acts more of a medium support vehicle, i.e. being because of its 700 horsepower engine, it can get up to the 45-kilometer range pretty respectively and pretty quickly. And same with the Panther as well, sitting at the 700 horsepower, weighing 45 tons. It can get up to this 55 kilometer an hour top speed relatively quickly as well. So this one, I gotta say, it's kind of tied, even though it's only a 10 kilometer difference between the two. Getting yourself into those early game advantages, that is so key, especially with today's War Thunder meta. I want to say it's kind of tied between the Tiger E and the Panther A. If you guys want to, pay actual real money, you guys could indeed get the Panzer Kraftwagen 7P. I do hope I actually pronounced that correctly, which is the Command Tiger, or also known as the Tiger Porsche variant. Well, instead of having the 102mm frontal plate, it gets 204. You might be going, ooh. If you guys look at the armor view, you have 102mm of plate, and just behind that, you guys get another 102mm plate. Hence is where you guys get the 204mm of frontal armor, making this one of the hardest tanks to go through frontally at 5.7. With that being said, it still shares the turret, I do believe. Let's see, 120. Let's look at the Tiger E. 100. Okay, so with the Command Tiger or the Tiger P, you get 20 more millimeters of protection for the turret. When I've been playing this, I don't really see the actual 20mm of front turret armor. I really don't, because people just shoot me right in the face and they just kill me. Yet I still have a lot more, protection, a lot more fun in the Panzer Kraftwagen 7P than the regular Tiger E. And with this tank, you also do indeed get the 220mm penetration with its APCO round. You pretty much have the Tiger E's gun in this tank. So if you guys want to go down that route, I would actually recommend getting the Panther A 7P rather than, getting the Tiger E. But again, that's just me. Other than that, I can remember the stock grind, and the grind itself with the Panther A was a lot more enjoyable than the Tiger the Tiger H1 and the Tiger E, just because you do have that frontal sloped armor where you can actually rely on it, rather than the Tiger E where it's like, okay, is this a 75 Sherman, or is it a 76 Sherman, or is it a Firefly shooting at me, or anything with enough penetration that can go through you. With the Panther A, it's a little bit of a different story, because 75mm rounds can't really go through you frontally. 76s, they can if they hit the machine gun port, and if they shoot your face, or if they get a very lucky shot on your lower plate. If it's a 17-pounder, same story. If it's a Centurion Mark 1 with a saber, they just have to shoot center of mass and you're pretty much gone. But that's, again, if you get up to like a 5.7 battle rating. So my conclusion is, you guys can go for the Tiger E's and the Tiger H1s. There's a lot of a learning curve, and I will be coming out with a video shortly of the learning curve that you guys have to learn when you're jumping from when you guys are coming from the Panzers, well, the Panther 3 and the Panther 4s to the Tigers. I will be coming up with a video, and yeah, go with the Tiger. And if you guys really want a backup video, go with the Panther A, or go with the Panther Kraftwagen 7P. And I hope that you guys do enjoy today's video. With that being said, I'll catch you guys next time.